Welcome to the EPL and UCL Talks.
Today we are diving headfirst into, well, one of the most dramatic results of the season so far. Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1.
And this wasn't just any loss, was it? This was a shock result that didn't just end Arsenal's phenomenal unbeaten run.
An 18-game run, yeah.
It completely redefined the shape of the Premier League title race instantly.
It really did.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. We're going to get into the specific details of that 2-1 outcome. We'll try to dissect what exactly cracked in that Arsenal defense.
A defense that had been so solid for months.
Exactly. And what's fueling this remarkable resurgence for Aston Villa under Unai Emery. And, of course, what it all means for you as you're tracking this title race heading into a very, very busy winter.
It was a game decided by, the absolute tightest of margins. Just pure last-gasp chaos.
Let's start right there with the drama. So Villa 2, Arsenal 1. Villa got on the board first, Matty Cash, right? Around the 36th minute.
Yeah, he capitalized on a bit of defensive confusion. But Arsenal, to their credit, showed that resilience we expect. They came out strong in the second half.
Right, and the substitute, Leandro Trossard, gets the equalizer pretty quickly, 52nd minute. At that point, you're thinking, okay, Arsenal might even go on and win this.
For most of that half, it felt like a cagey, hard-fought draw was on the cards. But then the whole narrative it flips violently. In the 95th minute.
The scramble.
Oh, the scramble.
Yeah.
Arsenal just could not clear their lines. It was like a pinball machine inside their own 6-yard box.
And who pops up? Emi Buendia. He'd only been on the pitch a short time, but showed just incredible instinct to sweep it home.
The stats on that goal are they're staggering.
Tell us.
It went in at 94 minutes and 3 seconds. That makes it the second latest winning goal scored against Arsenal on record. We're talking since the 2006-07 season.
Wow. So when you look at that moment, it's not just a physical loss, it's a total psychological knockout blow.
It is the ultimate sucker punch. And the impact, it goes so far beyond just the 3 points.
Because it snapped the streak.
It snapped that incredible 18-game unbeaten streak, a run that had lasted 97 days and was, the foundation of their title credentials.
You can just imagine the atmosphere in that dressing room. The word from their camp was that it was painful, extra tough.
Of course.
Specifically because it was the last kick of the game. That kind of ending, it carries a huge mental toll. It could define the next few weeks for them.
Oh, absolutely. It tests their psychological ceiling. And that pain you mentioned, it leads us right to the big question. Why were they so vulnerable in the first place?
Exactly. They've been structurally superb. Why did they look so shaky all of a sudden? Let's unpack those vulnerabilities.
Well, the immediate cause, and we can't ignore this, was the enforced rotation. Key players were missing.
The patchwork fence.
A patchwork defense is the perfect way to put it. Injuries forced Mikel Arteta into using players in, let's say, less familiar roles and pairings. When you lose that deep understanding between players, that instant communication.
It's gone. You're thinking instead of just reacting.
Precisely. And Arteta himself pointed to a deeper tactical problem. He said they struggled to manage the ball well when we regain it.
So, giving it away cheaply.
Very dangerous individual giveaways, especially in that first half. So it wasn't just about absorbing pressure. It was about what they did or didn't do the second they won possession back.
And that inability to just reset and build, it leaves you exposed.
And the data backs this up in a big way. Arsenal conceded 2.27 expected goals, or XG, against Villa. That figure is massive for them.
Okay, let's break that number down a bit for everyone listening, because 2.27 XG might just sound like an abstract number.
It's alarming. It's alarming because Arsenal almost never allows opponents that many clear chances. To give you some perspective, that's the most they've conceded in any competition all season.
Any competition.
Any. Their average is usually well under 1.
Yeah.
So to concede over 2 expected goals, it shows the defensive problems were there all game, not just in that final chaotic minute.
This is where the debate gets really interesting for me. The game management in that second half. Trossard, he comes on, scores a brilliant equalizer.
He's proven to be such a high-impact sub for them.
For sure. But then he's taken off late, around the 86th minute. And some have suggested that sub gave the impetus back to Aston Villa.
It's the ultimate case of high-stakes second-guessing, isn't it? But Arteta was pretty quick to clarify. He said Trossard could only play a certain amount of minutes.
Ah, so a fitness issue.
A physical necessity, not a tactical choice to sit back.
But still, you have to wonder about the psychology of it. You take off the guy who just scored your equalizer. doesn't that just give the opposition a massive lift, regardless of the reason?
It absolutely can, and Villa definitely sensed a shift. And we have to remember, this only amplifies the frustration for Arsenal. They were so close to winning it themselves.
The Madwag chance?
Just before the winner, yeah.
Yeah.
Declan Rice puts a perfect cross into the box, the attacker just fires it wide. If that goes in, we're having a completely different conversation today.
Tiny moments. Titles are won and lost on those tiny, tiny moments.
So now, the resilience of this young team is under the microscope. How do they bounce back from a loss like this?
What's the message from the manager?
Arteta is all about using that pain to go again. He's trusting the incredible consistency levels they showed for those 97 days. He knows they're still learning, still dealing with a very fresh new partnership in defense, but the belief is still there.
Okay, we've talked a lot about Arsenal's pain. Let's pivot. We have to give massive credit where it's due. What did Aston Villa do right? Because this transformation under Unai Emery is it's phenomenal.
Staggering is the word. We're talking about 9 wins in their last 10 league games.
9 out of 10.
A run of form they haven't seen in the top flight since 1919. That tells you everything about the structural and psychological shift he's brought. Emery wants them to play with personality, and boy, are they showing it.
And Villa Park is a fortress again. It's a place where the big clubs genuinely dread going.
They've lost once. They're in their last 26 home league games. And even more telling, under Emery, they are unbeaten in all 3 home games against the team at the top of the table. They just rise to the occasion.
They relish it.
They do. And that belief comes to life through key individual performances. You look at Yuri Tielemans in midfield. He was superb. Just so much control, such a clever football brain in those tight areas.
And then you have Buendia's moment of pure composure for the winner.
Absolutely. He said afterwards that the manager told the subs to get in the box to try and score a winning goal. So it's tactical foresight being executed perfectly. He just lifted the ball through a crowd of bodies. Incredible.
What's so fascinating, though, is that Villa could have put the game to bed much earlier. This wasn't just a lucky smash and grab.
Not at all. Malin fired wide when he was one-on-one just before stoppage time. They were creating clear-cut chances.
And that, I think, brings us to maybe the most important lesson from this deep dive, doesn't it?
What's that?
Well, Aston Villa had the potential to seal that second goal long before the chaos of stoppage time.
Right, they had their chances.
So this match has to serve as a crucial lesson for them. They have to cultivate a greater belief, that they can really compete and impose themselves on these top-tier teams from start to finish.
I think you're spot on. They have the talent and the structure. Now it's about having that unwavering conviction to kill games off earlier.
And yet, Emery is still trying to keep a lid on things.
He's a total realist. He's flat out denying they're title contenders yet. He says a 38-match season is a different beast entirely, and they have to stay focused game by game. He's even prioritizing the Premier League over Europe for now.
Which is smart. It's all about managing that squad depth.
Exactly.
So that brings us to the bigger picture. The title race, the whole landscape has just shifted. The air feels charged now.
It has, completely. Arsenal's lead was cut to 3 points, with Villa jumping into second, at least for a moment. But the real tightening came when Manchester City beat Sunderland.
So the gap now is, 2 points?
Just 2 points between City and Arsenal. It is minuscule. The psychological pressure just ramped up across the league. Villa is now firmly in that conversation, whether Emery likes it or not.
The margins are just, as you said, so small. Every single dropped point from here on feels huge.
And the schedule doesn't let up for anyone. Arsenal has a huge Champions League game, then Wolves. Villa has a European tie, then West Ham away.
And after that, a brutal run for Villa, right? Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal again are all coming up.
It's a relentless pace. The title race has well and truly ignited.
This result has just confirmed it, hasn't it? Despite Arsenal's incredible form, no team can afford a single lapse. The race is now defined by these tiny margins and sheer squad depth.
Character and squad depth. It's going to be fascinating.
Which leads us to a final provocative thought for you to take away. Given this intense schedule, the Christmas period is just around the corner. Which club do you think benefits more from this congestion? Is it Arsenal, dealing with fresh injuries and this new psychological pressure? Or is it Villa, managing what is a thinner squad across multiple fronts? And how will these managers handle the inevitable dips in form?
It's the ultimate test, isn't it? Squad depth versus that hard-earned momentum, played out over the toughest stretch of the season. How they manage their minutes over the next 4 weeks could define everything.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. We hope this has given you plenty to chew on as the season heats up and the margins get smaller. Until the next time we dissect the knowledge, safe travels, and may your team defy the odds. Farewell for now.